A 3D printer is kind of like a supercharged glue gun on steroids. It takes a digital file from your computer and hot plastic filament, lays it down one layer at a time to build real-life objects, from phone cases to custom cosplay props to functional replacement parts for things in your everyday life. It's accessible, affordable, and honestly, it can be insanely fun. At its core, most consumer-level 3D printers use FDM technology. They feed in filaments such as PLA, heat it to around 220 degrees Celsius, and extrude it through a small nozzle onto a PEI-coated bed. Most of the time, there's no fancy skills needed. Just download a model, load it into your slicer, and send it onto the printer. And then watch the magic happen. Start with one machine for tinkering, or scale to a small print farm like this, with printers churning out orders every day. Whether you're printing things for fun like custom D&D minis for game night, or eyeing profits from online sales, 3D printing lowers the barrier to creation. With 3D printing, there's no expensive upfront cost to create a mold for injection molding, no inventory headaches. You can just design, print, and ship. So you're ready to pull the trigger on your first 3D printer. And the question that almost every beginner asks is, what do I really need from a 3D printer? The second part of that question might be your wants. What do you want out of your 3D printer? Your needs checklist might include something like a build volume big enough for real projects, auto bed leveling so you can skip the frustration of manual leveling knobs, and solid out-of-the-box stability for common filaments like PLA and PETG. Your wants might include something like app control for remote monitoring and multi-material systems for easy multicolor prints without having to babysit the machine all day. Whether you're just getting into it for the hobby of making things around the house, or your goal is to create a little side income for you and your family, I usually recommend aiming for a plug-and-play setup under 30 minutes. Today we're focusing on two of my go-to brands, Flashforge and Bambu Lab. Why them, you might ask? Well, they both offer killer price to performance, with their most capable machines coming in around that $300 to $700 range. They also have beginner-proof features that'll scale to pro-level setups. So let's compare machines. Flashforge's 85X versus Bambu Lab's P1 and A1 series. The Flashforge 85X is a Core XY beast with a rigid frame for vibration-free prints at blistering 600 millimeters per second right out of the box, although those advertised speeds are usually a little faster than you'll be printing with on a day-to-day basis. The Integrated Filament System, or IFS, allows for seamless 4-color swaps to print vibrant toys or functional parts without having to babysit the machine for every single color swap. Auto leveling on the 85X is as easy as checking a box, and the built-in compensation provides a perfect first layer every time. It's open frame like most entry models, so it's great for PLA or PETG in a stable room, and you can always add an enclosure down the road if you decide you want to print with more advanced filaments like ABS, ASA, or nylons. The downside, the 85X, like all of Flashforge's Adventurer series machines, features a smaller bed than the Bambu P1 series, coming in around 220 millimeters, and you're limited to a single IFS unit, which means no more than 4 colors at a time. But for an entry-level printer or somebody looking to build out a farm, you really can't beat the price. Right now, the 85X is on sale for $359 in the US, and that's with the included IFS system for 4 colors right out of the box for under $400. Now onto the Bambu Lab P1 series. The P1P is an open frame design similar to the 85X, with print speeds up to 600 millimeters per second. Although, like the 85X, those advertised speeds are a little higher than what you'll typically be printing at, so just keep that in mind. The all-metal hot end with stainless steel nozzle reaches up to 300 Celsius for tougher stuff like ABS and ASA right out of the box. Although, with the open frame design, printing in those more advanced filaments might be a little difficult, so you'll probably be better off with the P1S, given that that machine has an enclosure right out of the box. Auto bed leveling is instant and flawless, and it's done before every single print. Unlike the 85X, right out of the box, the P1P and P1S offer a built-in chamber camera that feeds live views to your slicer and the Bambu Handy app, and also gives you the ability to record time lapses of your prints and access them once the print is completed. The P1 series also offers vibration compensation and pressure advance to deliver perfect layers every time. Setup is a breeze in about 20 to 30 minutes, and it's ready for the optional AMS unit for multicolor printing in up to 16 colors if you have 4 AMS units. Like the 85X, the P1P also offers an additional enclosure for higher temp filaments down the road. The P1 series offers a larger 256mm build plate if you think you'll need a little bit more room for your prints. And right now, the Bambu Lab P1P is currently listed at $399, but it is out of stock on their website. With that said, the P1S is also currently available for $399 during their Black Friday deals on the Bambu Lab store. The P1S combo with standard AMS system is also on sale at its lowest price point ever, for $549. So If you're thinking of printing in multiple colors, or even looking at standalone printers without multicolor for the start, the P1S for $399 would obviously be a better option in my opinion, given that it already comes with the enclosure to future-proof the machine. And there's honestly no telling when or if the P1P will be available again. Then there's the A1 series from Bambu. The A1 offers the same 256mm build volume from the P series, but in a bed slinger design, meaning that instead of the bed moving up and down while the printhead moves front to back and left to right like a Core XY, the bed moves front to back while the printhead moves side to side and up and down. It features an all-metal hot end with stainless steel nozzle, capable of printing up to 300 degrees Celsius, and a max bed temp of 100 Celsius. Like the other options in the lineup, it offers full calibration, including auto bed leveling, flow rate compensation, and vibration compensation right out of the box, so you're slicing and printing in about 20 to 30 minutes, using Bambu Studio, or even printing directly from your smartphone using the Bambu Handy app. The A1 also features active motor noise cancellation to make it one of the quietest 3D printers on the market today. Pair it with the optional AMS light for effortless 4-color swaps, complete with filament tangle detection and auto reloading to avoid mid-print disasters. It should be noted that the A1 series can only be used with a single AMS light, which does limit it to 4 colors, similar to the 85X. Right now during Bambu's Black Friday sale, you can pick up an A1 for $279 or grab an A1 combo for $379. And if your budget isn't quite as much as the other machines in the lineup, and you're thinking of printing smaller items, the Bambu A1 Mini might be the right machine for you. It comes with all the same features as the full-size A1, like auto bed leveling, vibration compensation, and an all-metal hot end that reaches 300 degrees, but with a smaller 180mm build size, which is perfect for whipping up detailed minis or gadgets without the bulk that comes with some of the larger options. The standalone A1 Mini is priced at $199, or you can pick up the A1 Mini combo unit with an AMS light for $329 during Bambu's Black Friday sale. The A1 Mini, similar to the A1, also offers built-in power loss recovery, so you can pick up right where you left off should the power cut out mid-print. And like the P1 series, the A1 series also offers live camera feeds, remote control using the Bambu Handy app, and time-lapse recordings for all of your social media videos. The downside is the smaller print volume limits projects like helmets, but for desk hobbies, custom jewelry, or flexible toys, it's an absolute bargain in my opinion. And it's super portable at just 12 pounds for the standalone unit, and whisper quiet for apartment life or using in your home office. I've got 4 of the A1 Minis in my print farm, and they are the perfect entry-level machine for beginners who are also looking for pro features without that pro price. I also felt compelled to make mention of Bambu Lab's brand new machine, the P2S. It's the successor to the P1S, and although it's not currently available for sale in the US right now, pricing is expected to be similar to the older P1S, coming in at $549 for the standalone machine or $799 with the AMS2 Pro combo, although pricing is subject to change. Meaning not only do you receive the upgraded multicolor system with a built-in filament dryer, you also take advantage of the P2S's new touchscreen, full use of the 256mm bed now that the filament cutter has been moved from the front of the machine to the back, and the P2S also offers new features such as an upgraded HD camera, AI monitoring and failure detection, and a new quick swap nozzle design similar to the A1 or H2 series. The P2S is also capable of using 2 AMS units straight out of the box with the purchase of a P2S combo, whereas before on the P1 or X1 series, you would need to purchase an additional filament buffer in order to add on more than 1 AMS unit. Also new for the P2S is a new fast heating bed design that heats to 65°C in about a minute. 3D printing's low entry cost makes it a side hustler's dream. Imagine turning a few machines into an extra couple $1,000s a month. Whether it's custom phone cases, articulated dragon toys, or personalized keychains, home decor like planters or wall hooks, gaming minis for D&D, my advice is focus on what excites you. One of the perks of 3D printing is filament costs pennies to print. Less than 50 cents for a phone case that you could sell for $15 to $20. You can sell on Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, on your own website with Shopify or Squarespace, or even Amazon Handmade. And with the Bambu Lab machines, there's a ton of different options available now to automate your print farm. From the Farm Loop app, which I use here, which takes a standard slicer file and sets it up to print, push, and repeat as many times as you'd like, to options like Swap Mod that finish a print, swap your build plate, and reload a new one for continuous automated printing. So how many machines do you need? Well, for a hobby, one's plenty for printing after work or on the weekends. Looking to start a small side hustle, aiming for say an extra $500 a month? I'd recommend at least 2, if not 3 machines for running multiple orders at once. Looking to take it to the next level and earn a decent second income in your spare time? For that, I'd recommend at least 5 machines, but that's something you'll learn and decide as you grow your side hustle. Depending on the type of products you're printing and the number of products you offer, you might do fine with 3 to 5 machines. If you offer a wide selection of products between multiple platforms, you might find that having more machines eases your schedule and allows you to ship orders in a more timely manner. For business, the 85X really shines. Multicolor prints draw larger audiences usually, and you can even offer custom products featuring a company's logo or color scheme. The Bambu P1 Series does that too. It's a great machine for your business, especially if you're printing products that are larger than 220 millimeters, or you want to print with more than 4 colors at a time. And the A1 Series is the perfect printer for people in smaller spaces who might want to build up a collection of machines like I have, while still being able to offer multiple products for sale. Just keep in mind that the smaller 180mm build size on the A1 Mini will limit the items that you're able to print out. In my opinion, the biggest win with 3D printing is the flexibility. The flexibility to print items on demand when they're ordered. Best of all, its price point means it's easily accessible for a wide range of people. It's incredibly easy to scale if business takes off, and there's a low upfront cost for both the printers and the filament, especially compared to the traditional method of producing parts like injection molding. If you're interested in picking up any of the printers that I've mentioned in this video, I've got links down in the description below. They are affiliate links, so if you decide to purchase anything after clicking on them, we do get a small kickback from the brands. And it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help to support the channel. And I've got a ton of videos on the channel ranging from tips and tricks to what I like to call print farm life, where I show you what a day or even a week looks like inside of my small 3D print farm. If you have any questions about how to do something with your printer, or you're interested in how I do a certain thing or what products I use, leave me a comment down below and I'll comb through and pick the best ones to turn into a video. If you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next one. If you want to keep watching, I've got another video ready for you right here.